Did Yeshua use the term Old Testament? Let's take a look. First things first, what's a testament? The word testament means covenant. In Hebrew, a covenant means agreement or contract. So, are the covenants found in the front of the Bible old or replaced? The answer is no. There's never a wording like this in the scriptures of an Old Testament or Old Covenant. For example, ask any Sunday Christian, do they still think the promise and agreement or covenant made with Noah with the sign of the rainbow still stands today? They will say yes. How about the covenant made with Abraham? Is it applied to us today or is it old? The answer is we are still in the Abrahamic covenant today. We are Abraham's descendants. So to call the Old Testament the Old Testament gives a false report that the front of the Bible is replaced, done away, abolished, expired, or not for us anymore. Yeshua said he did not come to abolish or replace the Torah and prophets. Matthew 5:17. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. So why are we today calling it the Old Testament? It's not old. It's not faded or replaced. It's simply the covenants, which we stand on today. Hallelujah. Genesis 17, verse 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and you and your offspring after you throughout their generations for an everlasting covenant to be Elohim to you and to your offspring after you. So, what should we call the Old Testament instead? Let's call it what our Messiah Yeshua called it. He called it the law and the prophets, and he also simply called it the scriptures, as we see in Luke 24, verse 27. And beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. Matthew 7, verse 12. Therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them, for this is the law and the prophets. The Old Testament can also be called the Tanakh. In Hebrew, Tanakh is an acronym derived from the names of the three divisions or sections of the Hebrew Bible. First, we have the Torah, which is the first 5 books of the Bible. Then the Nevi'im, which are the prophets. And finally, the Ketuvim, which are the writings, such as Psalms and Proverbs. When you combine the three Hebrew names and make it into an acronym, you get the word Tanakh. So, whatever you feel more comfortable with is fine, but perhaps we should stop using the Sunday Christian term Old Testament, for it insinuates that it has faded away or been replaced. Instead, call it the Scriptures, or the Law and the Prophets, or the Tanakh. Please share your thoughts below. Do you still like to say Old and New Testament, or do you like to use the terms Tanakh, Law and Prophets, and the Scriptures? Please share your thoughts below. Thank you, and shalom.